Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host for today's broadcast, InsaneLear13, and we are about to get underway here for something that is completely out of the norm for this channel, and I hope you'll join me. This is the game Jurassic World Evolution 3. For those of you who primarily only watch me and know me for my motorsport stuff, this is Jurassic World Evolution 3. It is a park simulator for the Jurassic Park franchise that has so many other tools and aspects to it that you can do a lot of other stuff. And this game's only a few weeks old, but about a little less than 2 months ago, I got hooked on a little thing from the JWE2 community on YouTube where people were doing ecosystems, where the main people who really kind of caught my eye with it was the Gaming Beaver and Rampy, and they were doing ecosystem videos where it was basically set up an ecosystem like what we have here, and then just dump a bunch of dinosaurs on it and try to see if the ecosystem can balance itself out into something stable or if it's going to collapse into just absolute anarchy and everything ends up dying. And I'm going to be 100% honest, I absolutely adore the concept. There is nothing about it that I hate. It is fantastic. I love everything about it. And I spent hours and hours and hours watching people do it, and eventually I had the thought, well, why don't I do it myself? So I'm going to do it myself, and you're going to be joining us here. Or joining me here. The big thing, though, is that we are going to be looking at ecosystem inspired off of a famous book / movie called The Lost World, which had been written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle way back in the year 1912 and was adapted into a movie multiple times, but primarily we're going to be using the 1925 adaptation. So we're not going to be dumping ridiculously large amounts of dinosaurs on this island, and we are going to be limited to just this plateau. I took a square map, and I only went ahead and made a look-alike to Mount Roirama, although there are some elements and aspects that obviously do not match the real-life Mount Roirama. I don't have a physical copy of the book for Lost World. Maybe I should have bought it and hoped that the book would have had like an interior map, and I couldn't find a map online, but my ability to search the internet is generally pretty lacking. But I went ahead and added in some aspects that are well recorded from both the book and the 1925 film, and from the general layout of the actual mountain that the Lost World Plateau is based off of, Mount Roirama. Which is why this plateau comes to this very distinct edge, and why you have so many waterfalls, and you have this slide that's off of the edge of everything. Within this, I did not make this a perfect one-to-one copy of the ecosystem that was in either The Lost World or off of Mount Roirama. If you've ever actually seen actual pictures and videos of Mount Roirama, it's relatively barren at the top. There is a legitimate Lost World there, but you're not going to find dinosaurs there. It's more like you're finding insects and very small animals and stuff on the actual Mount Roirama. And then for the Lost World itself, the book was written in 25. Our general understanding of ecosystems were just not nearly as robust as what they are now. So what I did is I went ahead and slapped down plenty of trees and plenty of ferns and stuff for everything. So, you have ground leaf, ground nut, ground fruit, and then I put in the tall variants of all of them. So every kind of food that any kind of herbivore would need will be here. The other thing I went ahead and did is I have put down plenty of nests. We have nests for some reason. Okay, there we are. we have 2 flying reptile nests, and then we have 4 small nests, 4 medium nests, and 4 large nests. Now, I might end up deleting some of the nests as we go on, simply because I have a feeling that we will not be using a vast majority of the small nests, and we'll get into that a little bit later, but I've made sure that there should be enough nests for everything. For our dinosaur simulation, we are going to start this under the following circumstance. The game is set to a 30-minute clock per day. So every 30 minutes that elapses in the real world is a day in-game. The very first day, which will be day 0, I will only release herbivores onto the island, and I will be doing that using a pair of airlifts and drop-offs that are here. There is a delivery zone way over here in this corner, and then I have a similar delivery zone on the opposite corner of Mount Roirama here, and those will be the airlifts that I will use. On day 0, I only drop the herbivores off and give the herbivores a chance to spread out and find their own territories. And then after that, day 0 is over and 30 minutes have elapsed, I will go ahead and I will add the carnivores and the flying reptiles as well. So the sim will continue until we have hit one of 2 different end scenarios. In scenario number 1, when every single species has either died or has seen a second generation hit adulthood, then the simulation will be over. So by second generation hitting adulthood, the first generation is going to be generated by the labs that I have over there, that I have scrolled away, and that will be what I will guess basically call the 0 generation for everything. Their offspring, their kids, will be generation 1. And then after that, you will have the kids. If those first kids have kids of their own, that will be what we'll call Generation 2. And if those Generation 2s, for every species that is still alive, hit adulthood, then the simulation is over. However, there is a second circumstance in which this simulation will end early. And that is if you ever read, or not read, but if you ever watched the 1925 adaptation of The Lost World, when the group finally got off of the plateau and were heading back, they stumbled upon a Apatosaur, I believe it was a Apatosaur, that had fallen off the edge and got stuck in a bog. So if at any point we find an Apatosaur that has fallen off the edge and has ended up in the water, that will end the simulation. And it can be an Apatosaur or a Brachiosaur. Other species will not count. It has to be an Apatosaur or a Brachiosaur. So those will be the 2 end circumstances for the simulation. One other thing to consider for our simulation is that we have to go over what dinosaurs are going to be slapped down onto our island here. I have here, as you can probably hear the sound of paper, I have here the list of all dinosaurs that were featured in either the book or the 1925 movie, and I will be following this as closely as possible. There are 11 species in total, and I was able to get 10 of those species, and I have 1 replacement that I hope would be acceptable enough. We will be going ahead and dropping the Allosaurus onto the island. We'll be dropping the Brachiosaurus onto the... I shouldn't say island, I should say the elevation. We'll be dropping the Allosaurus onto the elevation. The Brachiosaurus onto this elevated plateau. The Apatosaurus. The Edmontosaurus. The Pteranodon. The Stegosaurus. The Triceratops. The Tyrannosaurus Rex. The Iguanodon. And the Dimorphodon. That's 10, and then the 11th species is the Megalosaurus. But I did a quick check, and not only does Jurassic World Evolution 3, at least currently, not have a Megalosaurus, it has absolutely nothing under the Megalosauridae classification. There is nothing that I can use whatsoever. So there is no reasonably good substitute within the overall family. So, instead of Megalosaurus, I'm not just going to cut it out. I'm going to replace it with something else. I'm going to be replacing it with one of Great Britain's pride of joy dinosaurs. I'll be using the Baryonx instead. One benefit of using the Baryonx is that we'll actually have a proper piscivore. And as you have noticed, there is a significant amount of water in this ecosystem, and at least with having a piscivore species, they will be able to get some use out of the water beyond just being a terrain barrier. So, with that in mind, I'm going to take a very, very short break, and then we will start firing up the labs, and we will start producing our species. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Let us begin. You will notice that I do have a balloon tour that will give us just a little bit of alternate viewing moments from time to time for nice dramatic shots. So real quickly, let's go ahead and start spinning everything up here. First up, Pteranodon. And we are going to be synthesizing 3 breeding pairs for all herbivores, and 2 breeding pairs for all carnivores and all flyers. So Pteranodon, and now Dimorphodon. How many is in that one? 6? Oh, that will be 3 breeding pairs in itself, so I won't have to worry too much. I won't have to worry about making any more. Okay. And now, because we'll be starting with day 0, we have to do the herbivores first. And that would mean the first thing we look for will be the Brachiosaurus. And then we'll do another Brachiosaurus. Then we'll have the Apatosaurus. And another Apatosaurus. And then I will do the other Brachiosaur breeding pair real quickly as well. Real quickly. 2 eggs, 2 eggs. So yeah, that'll be 2 breeding pairs here, 2 breeding pairs here. We'll do another Brachiosaur real quick. And then let's go ahead and start progressing time. Alright, so these guys will not be touched for a while, but we are going to start moving these right away. Select eggs. We'll have 1 male and 1 female. Male's going to have a large appetite, but so be it. Begin the incubation. Select eggs. 1 male and 1 female. This one, the female, will have a large appetite. Begin the incubation. Select eggs. 1 male and 1 female. Begin the incubation.
Synthesis procedure complete.
Okay.
Personnel, please stand by.
Release via airlift. And we have 2 landing pads on the plateau. Now we will have to wait, sadly, for this to go through. So this process of actually dropping off our dinosaurs is going to take a significant period of time, and obviously, as you can tell, dinosaurs that are made first will have a little bit of an advantage. Excuse me. Okay, so for the megafauna, they are not releasing both at the same time? Am I seeing this right? Yeah, they are not releasing both at the same time. They release one at a time for the true megafauna, the really big ones. So that's going to make things take even longer here in the early sections. Okay. Let's synthesize another Apatosaurus. Release via airlift, and these 2 are going to go to the far distant field. All right. Let's start incubating the Apatosaur eggs. 1 male and 1 female, and they both have small appetite. That would help them, I guess. Begin the incubation of the Apatosaur. Select the eggs. 1 male, 1 female. Begin the incubation. Select the eggs. 1 male, 1 female. Begin the incubation. And then once this one is gone, we should be ready to start dropping off the final set of Brachiosaurs. Because again, 3 breeding pairs for herbivores, 2 for carnivores. I want to make sure that the herbivores have their best chance of being established into their ecosystem.
Much like me, the Brachiosaurus has a huge heart. Of course, this dinosaur needs it just to get blood to the very tip of its head and tail. Whereas, I'm just that nice a guy. Did I hear someone snicker back there?
Okay, time to release via airlift the other 2 Brachiosaurs.
Transit has commenced.
And I'll be dropping these guys off right here. Okay, and now for the Apatosaurs. They will be the next ones to release. The next species we'll have to prepare will be the Edmontosaurus, though. So let's start synthesizing Edmontosaurus. Begin the task. Select the eggs. We have 5 eggs for this right off the bat, so we are going to be in a fantastic position. What I'm going to do is I'm only going to release 4, and then I will release 2 later on. So we're going to not include that. We'll have a female, a male, a female, and a male. And we will release these 4 at the far end, and the other 2 will be at the close end. Defensive, 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 and tolerant. Okay. So yeah, here's your breeding pairs. They're still in the process of releasing the last of the Brachiosaurs. So this is going to be a little bit. If you all have something to do, feel free. We are still in the preparation and setup for the ecosystem here. Synthesize another Edmontosaurus. Select eggs. A male and a female. Okay. And now, let's start releasing the Apatosaurs. We'll release the first of the Apatosaurs at the far distance. Oh, wow, you two haven't even gotten here yet. Wow, that will take a while, won't it? Huh? Okay. Apatosaurs are all ready. Brachiosaurs are all on. We're dropping off the Apatosaurs now. And then after the Apatosaurs will be the Edmontosaurus. This is technically day 0, but realistically this is not day 0. I have a 30-minute timer on my phone that I will start once I have delivered all of the herbivores. And once I say deliver, I'm not meaning they're out of the hatchery, I mean that they are on the ground. It says release in progress, but I don't see another shopper here yet, so... Not sure what the problem is. So while we are in a little bit of a waiting period, real quickly...
Asset has been delivered.
Watch this ride. Watch this ride. When I was messing around a little earlier... when setting this environment up yesterday, I was just casually on the balloon ride, and it gave me a bit of a shocker. Watch as this thing gets up here. Because as you can see, we've not even cleared this slope that's on the side of Mount Roirama here. Watch this ride. And I am in sandbox mode because I'm not worried about profits. We are literally just here to watch the ecosystem play out. So, but I went ahead and put this down because I figured you guys would really appreciate the kind of scenic views you could get from a balloon. As you can see, we are getting a little bit dangerously close here, aren't we? Oh. We're over. Yeah, that's a fright of a experience, to say the least. All right, back to releasing. They are still in the process of the Apatosaur release. I do not know why it is taking this long. Real quickly, though, checking the site map. Our Brachiosaurs have all stayed where they had landed. Yeah, that is true for both of them thus far. I hope that they have the sense to, you know, actually go ahead and start spreading out. Okay, here we are. That has got to be the chopper that will take the last of the Apatosaurs that we are still releasing right now. I hope the Brachiosaurs have the sense to spread out. I hope all of the herbivores have the sense to spread out. Because about a week and a half ago, I was messing around with
This giant herbivore, the Apatosaurus, is quite a sight, as I'm sure you'll agree. Even prehistoric predators would be intimidated by this animal. But don't let first impressions fool you. This can be a gentle dinosaur when treated well.
Alright, well, as I was saying, yeah, I hope all the herbivores have the sense to spread out. Well, I have a island, an absolutely fantastic island that was randomly generated that I've done very small adjustments to. I've ran 2 very, very low-scale simulations, ecosystem simulations there, and the herbivores just have not been willing to spread out. But I'm hoping that that was partially because there were a lot of mountainous areas and the very, very thick trees and woods there. And I'm hoping that now that there's a lot more actual movable space, we'll actually see a lot more proper movement here for our species. I'm hoping. That is what I hope. Oh, these guys are apparently happy with the Apatosaurs. That's great to know. Okay, so the Edmontosaurs, I already have everything bred up for. So the next things will be Stegosaurs. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do 2 males and 1 female for both. Well, 2 males and a female for the first one, and then 2 females and 1 male for the other one, so. Oh, wait, should I put all the Stegosaurs on the same place and the Triceratops all in the same place so they don't immediately go killing themselves? Yeah, just so they don't immediately go and kill themselves, I'm going to put all of the Stegosaurs and all of the Triceratopses on alternate ends of the plateau so they don't immediately start killing themselves. So 2 males and 1 female here. I can't release anything else right now because the Apatosaurs have not all been moved on yet.
Commencing asset transit.
That should be the other Apatosaur pickup.
We are pleased to welcome an Apatosaurus to the park.
So you guys are releasing right here, so I'm going to have these Apatosaurs release all the way out.
Commencing asset transit. Asset collection request received.
Okay, so I have 1 Stegosaur done. That is 2 males and 1 female. So this one will need 2 females and 1 male.
Synthesis for
2 females and 1 male. 2 males and 1 female. 2 females and 1 male. Okay, Stegosaurs are ready. We are still releasing the Apatosaurs right now. We have a helicopter here. The other helicopter will move shortly. And then I will immediately start releasing the Edmontosauruses.
Asset in transit.
The actual release process is taking longer than I realized. I did not anticipate it would take this long to release everything. So the actual setup is taking a very long time. I spent like 6 hours yesterday. It wasn't quite 6 hours, probably closer to 4.5 hours yesterday preparing the environment. But no, right now, today, we're just in a scenario where it's like, well, just releasing everything is taking a long time. I'm not even started the 30-minute clock yet for everyone to get into their happy places. Okay. We're going to start releasing the Edmontosaurs. I'm going to release the big batch of Edmontosaurs way out, and the smaller batch closer. So, this is the big batch of Edmontosaurs. I don't know if all these will be in a cage, or if this is also so big that they'll still have to be released one at a time or not.
Asset transportation complete.
I'm going to wait until the Edmontosaurs are released before I start getting the Triceratopses. Again, I will release all of the Stegosaurs close, and I'll release all the Triceratops far so they do not immediately fight with each other. And it looks like they are taking the Edmontosaurs all at once. So the Edmontosaurs are small enough to put in one movable cage, it seems. Okay. So next up would be the Stegosaurs. So let's go ahead and start synthesizing the Triceratops here. So that is a 4 and 4. So that is a 4, so I can get 2 males and 2 females out of that. So 2 males and 2 females. Alright. In their incubation. And then this will be just 1 male and 1 female. You actually have traits, and none of the others do. That's interesting. All right. And then 1 male and 1 female. Okay, begin your incubation. Alright, Triceratopses are ready. Now for the Stegosaurs. Start releasing the Stegosaurs close. And then the Triceratopses we will release far. And after this, there will only be one more herbivore, and that will be the Iguanodons. Stegosaurus close, Triceratops far, to minimize the likelihood of these guys immediately trying to kill each other. We don't have any more choppers here yet. Probably because all of our choppers are still delivering stuff right now. Oh god, that poor box. Oh my god, you literally... He dragged the box up the side. What are you delivering? I do not know what you're delivering.
Asset transportation complete.
You still haven't delivered all the Apatosaurs. Please, tell me you have the sense to move, buddy. Oh, here we are. Edmontosaurs. Edmontosauruses. One of them's just here, and the other one is kitted out like they're part of a fucking
We are pleased to welcome an Edmontosaurus
Native American tribe or something. The blue paint on the face is very, very dramatic. Alright, well, if you're missing ground fiber, you guys should start moving. I know I've put some down somewhere, so... Okay. So I should have the choppers now. Start releasing the trikes. Way out. Yeah, I'm not really in a position to watch that container get opened yet. You'll have to forgive me.
asset to be collected.
Alright, here comes the Stegosauruses.
Stegosaurus might seem calm and docile, but there's no sense letting your guard down. If it's uncomfortable or provoked, it could do a lot of damage to our fences. Trust me on that.
Well, lucky for us, we're not exactly using fences now, are we? Let's start synthesizing Iguanodons real quickly here. Alright. Select eggs. Gonna make a male, female. You have 2 negatives, so just to give you guys a bit of a help. Yep. So 2 males and 2 females. Begin incubation. Then for you guys, I'm not going to take you because you have no positive traits, and I really want to give you guys a bit of a helping hoof here. Okay, so a female and a male, begin your incubation. And we'll release the rest of the Triceratops. And again, the clock will start once the last the clock for day 0 will start once the last herbivore has exited their cave or landed or whatever. Oh, I may have butchered that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are
Release via
welcome
airlift.
Tyrannosaurus to the park. Delivery has been completed.
Literally having the choppers fly across the entire map maybe was not the most effective use of map building.
Asset collection request received.
Alright. There we are. So that will be the Triceratops. I'm going to put the Iguanodons. I will put the bigger bulk closer to us and the smaller bulk farther from us. So release the smaller one via airlift. And let's immediately set you guys to the far distance. So that way there's a little bit less issue of overlap here. Alright. And that will be everything. I think. I don't know why we have two choppers here. I wonder if they're breaking up the Iguanodons into two containers. That might be exactly what they're doing, actually. Yeah, I have a feeling that's exactly what they're doing. Okay, and now let's start preparing the carnivores, even though we are not going to be releasing them anytime soon. Let's start preparing the carnivores. And the first one, then, would be the Allosaurs. Allosaurus. And these only get 2 breeding pairs. And you gave me 3 eggs. If you gave me 4 eggs, I could actually make more use of that, but no. So we will choose the best ones. Okay. Negative. Intelligent I don't see as a negative trait, though, to be honest. I'm going to give you a male here, female here, and you are just not going to be included. And we'll begin doing you two. And then for this, I'm definitely keeping the intelligent trait. So I will get rid of you, and then... Alright, Allosaurs have been prepared. Next carnivore is the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Okay. I need 1 female and 1 male. You have a lot of traits, my goodness. Begin your incubation. Select your eggs. 1 female, 1 male. Begin your incubation. Alright. The only other thing left would be the Baryonx, which you will find under the Piscivores. And you do not have a full set there, of course. Okay. Well, either way, it doesn't matter. We need to see when the last box drops off. And then we'll start the 30-minute clock. And also, apparently, Batman21 has watched for 3 streams in a row, which is incredible, considering the last stream was also a Jurassic World stream. So if so, hello, Batman, we see you. Or I see you, at least, and it's nice to have you here. No, Batman. Alright. And again, these guys, they're just dragging them right up. That is not fantastic delivery, my friends. That is not great for delivery, my friends. Here comes the Triceratops finally out.
Even the most casual of enthusiasts know of the Triceratops. Although primarily used for display and establishing dominance within their herd, those infamous horns can be deadly when necessary.
I am doing well right now, Batman. I'm doing something I've wanted to do for a while. Alright. Iguanodons coming out now.
Big and stubborn, the Iguanodon can be difficult to manage. Not that you shouldn't try, though. The rewards of having this incredible herbivore here outweigh any difficulty in caring for it.
There is no spreading out whatsoever. It looks like, oh boy. Alright, well there's another box going to drop shortly here. And then we have what looks like another box, if not 2 boxes, about to drop over here. And then we can start the timer, the 30-minute timer, for the day 0 to give the herbivores a chance to spread out, if they actually have the sense to spread out. Guess one? Did I mess up the Iguanodon release somewhere?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome an Iguanodon to the park. Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Triceratops to
I think this is the last crate. I'll have to do a quick check. Played the previous versions of this. This looks good also. I did not play the previous version. I actually played Jurassic World Evolution 1, like, about half a year or so after release. I got a discount at a game store way up in North Dakota. And while it was fun, it was definitely a thing where I was like, I don't feel like I'm really ready to play this. And I just kind of forgot about the game. And then when I was curious about getting back into it, a friend of mine, different friend of mine, said, wait until the next JWE releases. JWE 3 is about to come out, and they were expected to have breeding. And he was like, yeah, having breeding in the new game will change literally everything. What's in here? This should be the Iguanodons, right? Are we short an Iguanodon somewhere? If so, I'll have to throw away the Baryonx eggs
an Iguanodon to the park.
and dump another Iguanodon down real quickly. Alright. 6, 3, 4, 5, 2, 1. No, I have 6 Iguanodons, 3 breeding pairs. Okay, so with that in mind then, that is everything. The 30-minute clock for day 0 starts now. As you can see, everything is clustered right at the release point in Area 1. And everything is clustered right at the release point in Release Area 2 as well. There is this gigantic area. I really hope you guys have the sense to, you know, spread out a bit. Okay, well, the good news is you're looking around, at least. You just keep looking. There's water right there. Now, wetland's going to be a little harder to find, but there's water right there. Oh, you guys are actually doing a little bit more exploring, though. You have found the water. You just need more wetlands. I will be completely honest, I did not put down a lot of wetlands. Should I put down more wetlands here, I wonder? Well, it says right now they're under thriving circumstances. So, if they're under thriving circumstances, that means that if they explore enough and they find the nest, they should be able to start breeding. In theory, at least. And you're still roaming, so you're still expanding the territory, and you still seem to be happy-ish. Even though you do not have the ground fruit that you're looking for. You can find more ground fruit, though, farther in. Though you're very close to perfectly happy with wetlands, apparently, so make of that what you will. Okay, one thing of note is that you have this gigantic river-ish thing right in the middle that does kind of separate the two sections almost. Now, it's not a true separation. If you want, you could go through the forest and around the edge, but it does mean that getting out of the first, well, it was technically second, but the closest to the release zones will be a little bit more difficult So keep that in mind going forward. If we end up with a scenario that nothing actually leaves here, it may end up being a scenario where everyone is too happy to move, but also there's just not any good, quick way for anything to move. Again, one of the bigger issues I imagine we're going to have long-term is that, back in the 1910s and 1920s, we didn't really have as good of an understanding of ecosystems as we do now in the 2020s. And Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's book is kind of a case of, oops, all megafauna, guaranteed ecosystem collapse. So if these animals actually had the ability to eat like what we normally see, they'd be in a very, very bad position. Let's go ahead and ride on board the balloon for just a bit. Why are you going away? Oh, okay, it's already done the first run up. Because, yeah, that balloon tour is meant to maximize visibility everywhere. You need tall nut and cover. And there is nothing around here for that. You need to keep moving for that. Though if you keep roaming, you just walk around the edge of that water there, you'll be fine. Yeah, you two just need to go to the other side of the water. I really hope you guys have the sense to go to the other side of the water. For the Apatosaurs, you actually have everything you need except cover. I would not be surprised if the Apatosaurs just don't move at all. For the Edmontosauruses, they need ground fiber and wetland. And again, just move and don't walk off the edge like an idiot, please. Just move out of the area, and you will find what you're looking for. Ironically, everything here immediately seems to find what it needs, but it doesn't have... There's everything... You either have everything you need, but it's all clustered right together, right on top of itself, or what everyone needs is... is in the area, but it's too far out. So it's either you have lots of room, but not what you need, or almost no room, but you have what you need. It's frustrating. How about the trikes? You need a lot of everything. You need a lot of everything. But nothing here seems to have any desire to actually move. Ooh, the Iguanodon's moving, though. This Iguanodon is actually out and looking, and while there's not a lot, there's some wetland right there. If he just keeps following the edge of the river, he'll come... Well, actually, if she keeps following the edge of the river, she will come right into some wetland. Oh! Dominance display, here we go. And you're just not happy with anything you're with right now, it seems either. Oh, 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 oh! all intents and purposes, it says that they're both in good health right now. So, again, all you guys have to do is just keep looking. Oh, hello. More dominance displays. Panicking. Yeah, couldn't handle it, I guess. Okay, so gradually, everything is spreading out. Well, most everything is spreading out gradually. You are not happy. There is way too many things here, and you're not happy about that. Oh, you have the aggressive trait. That's why. So there's one Stegosaur that has the aggressive trait, and is feeling really particularly pissy about it. You have everything you need except Tall Leaf. Well, it's nightfall on your first and frankly only day, and we look at the map, you guys just do not move whatsoever. You guys have done no movement at all. You're all, with the exception of this one Brachiosaur out here, you all are still in the same general area. You guys have not moved in the slightest. And it's only very slightly better here. Nest claimed. Hello. An Apatosaurus found one of the nests and has claimed it, apparently. Well. So the Apatosaurs at least seem to have the intelligence to realize that they should start locking down everything quicker. Sooner rather than later. Again, I have 4 large nests, 4 medium nests, 4 small nests, but I don't think anything that we have actually uses the small nests. So I might end up taking the small nests and just replacing them with medium nests and large nests. I might. I don't know. I am iffy about it. This is probably the nest that has been claimed, so... So of the 36 dinosaurs we have right now, 18 are all clustered here. They are all finally moving around the lake, which will absolutely help them all going forward. They are all finally moving around the lake and moving on. Iguanodons keep really hugging the edge. What are you doing? I swear, if you walk right off the edge, you are really freaking me out. I am so terrified of you walking right off the edge. I am so terrified of you walking off the edge.
We
Can
should
we rename
really
you?
try and mimic the natural environment these animals would thrive in. You'd be surprised how big an impact the right scenery and foliage can have.
How do you rename? I know there's a way to rename. Oh, hold, rename. Because you really have a thing for the edges, so... I'm going to go ahead and rename you. For being the first one to lock down the position of being a mother here. Nothing here has any desire to move. Seriously, nothing is showing any desire to move. Everything seems to just be happy, at least in this section of the map, everything is just happy to hang out. The Iguanodons are the only species that really seem to really want to move, and then you got this one lone Brachiosaur who is like actively trying to make an effort to expand territory and go elsewhere. There's all this, also all these lines. This is the path of the hot air balloon. So you can see literally everything on the hot air balloon. Large nest, large, medium, small. This is medium, right? Yeah, that's medium. Small. This is the flying nest. I forgot that I put the flying nest so close to one of the small nests. And I don't think we have anything that's going to be using the small nest, so there's a high likelihood we're going to go ahead and knock out and kill the small nests after I deliver everything. Real quick, just want to check. Baryonx. Get 3. Okay, so I'll have to make only 2. Give you. I'll keep the female, and then I'm gonna undo you, and you can begin your incubation. You guys, we only need. Okay, so for the Dimorphodon, we only need 2, so you can stay, you can stay, you can stay, you can stay. There. Give you guys the best shots that you can get. Okay, so you got a male, a female, and a male. That's your 4. And then for your Pteranodons, okay. So everything will be immediately ready to be delivered the moment the timer is up. Are you going to go off the edge? Are you considering? No, okay, thank goodness. Please do not freeze to death in the snow. So literally everything's agitated because of the storm, to the surprise of nobody. Oh. Wow, you've locked down very quickly on this. 1 egg, but still, 1 egg is significant. You guys locked down immediately on this. I am actually a little bit impressed.
Engine's not happy.
Oh. I have to hope that your stamina loss due to frostbite will clear up once the storm clears up. Otherwise, this may have screwed over the Stegosaurs very early on here. Please do not go off the edge. I mean, if he does freeze, I'm sorry, but that is kind of the natural way life goes. But I really wanted to, I really was hoping that you all would have locked down into a really good position and be ready to go, because carnivores will be coming very, very shortly. I'm going to help you guys. I'm going to release the Baryonyxes first. Well, I'm actually going to release the Petrosaurs first. The Flyers first. And then I'll release the Baryonyx. And then the Allosaurs and T-Rexes will be the last ones I drop to give you guys as much time as possible. This looks good. Huh? You lost the dinosaurs? The map can't see the dinos anymore? Excuse me? The map cannot see them anymore. That'll make things frustrating going forward, won't it? That's a small nest, right? Yes, a small nest. Okay, that's more than a little bit frustrating here. I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna see if I can fix that, because I kind of need that to be able to keep up on everything. Oh! Well, Stegosaurus problems has been fixed. I'm gonna pause the timer. Pause the game. Save. 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 X the main menu and reload. And hope that in the process of reloading, the map fixes it. The reloading process fixes the map. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Because I kind of need that going forward. And before it deletes literally all the dinosaurs. The timer was at 8 minutes and 42 seconds when I paused it, so. Okay, it's all back. Okay. We played the timer once again then. Because we... Oh, life is about to find a way already? It's been a day. It's not even been a full in-game day. And already, the Apatosaurs are putting their feet down. It's adorable. Not only is it adorable, but also the black eyes make it look incredibly freaky. What do you need? You're just missing cover? You're not really going to find a lot of cover out here. But also, I didn't put a lot of cover down in the first place because cover is not essential for survival. So, yeah. So, yeah. Everything is finally starting to spread out over here. Finally. Finally! The Yili, the rock, has come back to the back. But literally over here, there's been almost no spreading out outside of the Brachiosaurs. They're not even, like, nothing has even gotten to the point where this river is, like, a blocking element. Everything's just happy to be here. This Stegosaur is doing a little bit of movement outward, though. Again, I might end up deleting the small nesting area and making this a large nesting area. I don't remember if the Baryonx uses the small nesting area. I think they use the medium, but I'm not sure. If the Baryonx doesn't use the small nesting area, I'm going to delete every small nesting area and replace 2 of them with mediums and 2 of them with larges. Also should be noted that we have a flying reptile nesting area here for the pterosaurs when I release them. And when I release the pterosaurs, I'm going to see if I can release them all, like, right here. And have them take out and pick up and fly. The other thing is that I'm hoping they have the sense to actually fish on their own. The water here is about half and half shallow water and deep water, so finding fish should not be a problem for the majority of them. Well, you two are attached at the hip. Again, I don't think anything uses the small nest. You have just been so happy to taunt me right on the edge here and make me think that you're going to jump off the edge to bring an early end to the simulation before the carnivores even show up. It's like finally, we all are finally moving. Except for you. You're just hanging out in the gap between the 2 types of trees there. I see you. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna demolish this nest now. I'm gonna put a medium nest down. Iguanodon's not happy. Stegosaurus could take it. And there's a large nest. Okay, well, if I've got rid of one, and replaced it with the medium, I should do that with the smallest nest that is over in this area. So, you. Gone. I'm going to make you into a medium nest instead. Alright, that's that. We still have 2 more small nests, just in case. Again, I'm starting to think the Baryonx aren't going to use them, and if so, I'm going to convert the other 2 nests into large nests. Then there will be 6 large nests and 6 medium nests, so there should be more than enough nesting for everything. Requires a medium nest. You keep looking and you'll find one. Like, literally, I just put the medium nest right there. Well, our time is almost up. And, while 1 or 2 of our Brachiosaurs like to go and explore, everything here has been very content to stay right at the release point, which is going to build ill for them. These guys, they're all still clumping together in mass, but there has been some element of outward movement at least. So, you know, at least when it really comes down to it, I feel like these guys have just a little bit more shot of surviving. But considering that, like, generally speaking... Oh, hello! Alright, so a Brachiosaur is already staking a claim to a nest now as well. Even though there's no tall nut. Alright. Well, the time is almost up. Time is almost up. For day 0, we have not lost any dinosaurs. We have actually ended up gaining one already. And that's it. Time's up. Over. Plow. Okay, so, at this stage of the event, we have, for Iguanodon, well, here we are. We have 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are we already short an Apatosaur somewhere? Well, there's the juvenile, but... Are we already short an Apatosaur somewhere? We still have 6 Triceratops, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have 6 Stegosaurs, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 6 Iguanodons. Evelyn and Apatosaur is still here. So we have an Apatosaur. Didn't I aim... Yeah, so Evelyn's an Apatosaur. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4... 5 other Apatosaurs, and then I have a juvenile Apatosaur. So we have 7 Apatosaurs. We have 6 Brachiosaurs. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 4, and we have 6 Edmontosaurs. Okay, so we still have everything that we started with, and 1 extra Apatosaur at this stage of the simulation. We are still in pause mode. We are still in pause mode for right now. Okay. It is now time to start releasing. We are going to start by releasing the Pteranodons. We are going to release 1 Pteranodon at the far end, 1 Pteranodon pair at the far end, and 1 Pteranodon pair at the close end. And then we'll release the Dimorphodons, and I will release all of the Dimorphodons right in the dead center of the map. So, Release via airlift. Clock for day 1 won't start until I hit the play button in the game. Okay. Day 1 starts now. We are now officially in day 1. And the 30-minute clock has reset.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Pteranodon to the park.
Okay, so you guys are gonna have to release these guys one at a time also, I guess, because they're just so bloody big. It makes sense. I get it. I understand that. Oh, you're just whipping him around. Please do not break his... Please do not break him. Or her.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Pteranodon to the park.
Transportation underway.
Alright, you guys are going the far distant one, so this one will drop right here.
Picking up asset.
Hey, you're not gonna slam him against the side of the cliffs as you fly up, right? You have the sense not to do that, don't you? Please tell me you're not gonna slam him into the cliffs as you go up. This is incredibly important.
Asset has been collected.
Okay, he's going up now. Do not slam him into the edge of the cliff. Do not slam him into the edge of the cliff. Do not slam him into the edge of the cliff. Okay, I didn't see if you actually did or not. I'm gonna hope that you did not. Do not slam him into the edge of the cliff. Oh, medium nesting area has been claimed by the Stegosaurs. Okay, so the Stegosaurs are now finally getting down to breeding as well. So,
Asset transit.
and the Brachiosaurus finally laid eggs. I'm kind of hoping that the presence of carnivores will cause some of the herbivores to actually start spreading out. Oh, you did hit him on the edge. You're fired. You're fired. We're getting new people. We have to get new people going forward. Okay. Dimorphodons. Release via airlift. We are going to release all of these guys right in the center here, so...
Collecting asset. Setting additional task.
You also whipped him against the edges. My goodness, come on. You should be able to do better than that. Okay, one benefit that the pterosaurs have is that, for the Pteranodons at least, there's a reptile nest right here. They literally do not have to go that far for a
Strictly
nest.
speaking, the Pteranodon isn't actually a dinosaur, but a prehistoric reptile. A flying reptile at that. Imagine the spectacle of these animals soaring through the skies. Well, I guess we don't need to imagine it since we've added them to our collection.
And you immediately go off to the edge. Go figure. Low health? Who? Who has low health? What happened to cause this? Are you starving from something?
One of the easiest ways to stress an animal is to take away its food. Let's avoid that.
Health.
Keep 'em
You need
fed.
food. You need tall nut. Alright, fine. I'll put down some tall nut stuff here real quickly then. Don't say I don't care for you guys. Alright. Hopefully that helps you out. Granted, if you actually went out and explored a little more, it wouldn't be a problem. But, whatever. Anyways, time to start releasing the next stuff. Baryonxes, we're going to put you at the far distance. One male, one female. Release via airlift. And then I'm going to immediately breed the other set of, well, create the other set of Baryonx and release them at the close airlift. I just don't know how long it's going to take before we can actually start releasing that, because we're still releasing Dimorphodons, aren't we? Yeah, we're still releasing Dimorphodons, I think. You have one of the Dimorphodons, don't you? Yeah, you definitely have one of the Dimorphodons, okay. One of you flew over here, one of you are still here.
Asset delivered.
Missing fish. Well, you literally just landed. Start looking around. You'll find deep water, and that should make you happier. Oh, fight!
As dangerous in the air as it is on land, the Dimorphodon isn't too fussy about what's in its diet, either. If that isn't incentive enough to treat this flying reptile with respect, I don't know what is.
Alright. Well, now that that little display of aggression is out of the way, we still have more, okay, so Dimorphodon. First Dimorphodon is down. Missing fish. I mean, you look far enough, you will find deep water. I think, if I remember correctly, that entire lake there has deep water. You should be able to find deep water there.
Juvenile Brachiosaurus are a more manageable size at this point than their parents, of course. But, you know, they're not going to stay that way for long. Remember now, a dinosaur, it's a big commitment. It's for life. Theirs and maybe yours.
That's the flying reptile rest, yeah. Flying reptile rest? I mean flying reptile nest. What is this? Oh, that's the Baryonx. Okay, so I guess we can get the other Baryonyxes then. Synthesize. Baryonyx.
Synthesis proceeds.
Select eggs. Okay. Incubate you two.
Incubation complete.
Release the Baryonyx via airlift at the close release point. Water. It's right over here. Go that way towards water. I mean, I'll give credit. The Dimorphodons are very close to their nesting areas, at least. And that will give them an edge if they actually figure out that it's there. But if they need food, they should, you know, deep water is right here. This has 2 Stegosaurus eggs. Okay, so the Stegosaurs are getting their stuff out of the way right away. They finally, once they got a nest, they immediately locked into expanding, so.
Oh, look at this. A juvenile Stegosaurus. Certainly more
Don't walk
impressive
into his
than
feet.
a big
Don't walk
iguana.
into his feet!
Oh, and some advice that I wish one Ms. Sarah Harding would have listened to long ago. Don't get too close. Absolutely, don't touch. Don't touch.
That's some fantastic advice. Okay, so Stegosaurs are now also carving out their own niche. Okay, time to start releasing the actual proper predators now. Release Allosaur via airlift. You're going to the far ends. Happy cooking. I've tried. I've given these guys all the chances that they could have to go away from the launch pad, and the vast majority have not taken it. So, I mean, frankly, if they're not going to take it, it's up to you guys. Go crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Baryonx to the park.
I guess you guys have nothing to say about the Baryonyxes. That's going to be the other Baryonyx, isn't it? Yep, that is exactly what it is. The other Baryonyx.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Baryonx to the park.
Alright. Oh, hello! The nest has been claimed by a Pteranodon, but you do not have the sense to actually start fishing, it seems, though. Wild. Let's release these other Allosaurs. Already nesting already eggs in the nest. Is that the one that's here? Yes, already. So you guys might starve, but you're going to reproduce before starving, so that's not a horrible scenario, I guess.
Transit has commenced.
I know some folks are uncomfortable with this, but allowing the animals to fight mirrors their life in the wild, and ultimately will benefit them in captivity.
En route to collect the asset.
Oh, the Iguanodons are back at it again. And the Pteranodons are apparently having a bit of an aerial scuffle. I didn't know these guys could fight in the air. You're in the water. There should be food in the water.
Commencing asset transit.
Do they just not... Granted, I think this is all shallow water over here, but... Alright, you're still in the process of releasing. You've only just now got the Tyrannosaurs. Is that... okay, so you're gonna have to release... You are gonna be releasing the Tyrannosaurs one at a time then, I guess. Alright. Well, hell, it gives the herbivores a little bit more shot at life, so...
Asset has been collected. En route to collect the asset.
Alright, boys, this is it. This is where everything goes to crap.
We are pleased to welcome a Tyrannosaurus Rex to the park.
Asset has been collected.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome an Allosaurus to...
A young flying reptile leaves the nest for the first time, and our skies get just that little bit more chaotic.
Alright, well, Allosaurs have now been delivered. It is time to see everything goes crap now. Baryonxes are still expanding their territory, interestingly enough. Here come the other Allosaurs.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Tyrannosaurus Rex to the park.
Those are Allosaurs, not T-Rexes, but okay. The Edmontosaurus is locking down breeding circumstances now. Still, the vast majority of everything... Oh! Baryonxes are in a little bit of a domestic dispute between the dining room and Jill's sandwich. You guys aren't just gonna kill yourselves for no reason, are you? Nope. Looks like the male beat the female up, so yeah. And that will be everything. We should have released everything at this point. What do you mean low health? What is already at low health? Oh, it's you guys. Because you just aren't finding food. Because you won't go to where it is. The Dimorphodons also are starving. Okay. Do they not have the ability to fish normally in deep water? Because I'm going to be 100% honest, if we're in a scenario where the flyers simply do not have an ability to fish in deep water on their own, even though the pescivores do, then there's not really any point or purpose in adding them to future iterations.
Asset has been delivered.
All right. Here we go. I do not care about the overcrowding issue. So that's the last of the Rexes that have been released. This is now, everything has been released. We do not have to release anything else. Now we just let life figure its way out. And in the case of our flying reptiles, they seem to be so unbelievably gimped that they are all going to starve themselves to death. It seems like they do not have the ability to fish in deep water on their own. Which is incredibly, incredibly aggravating. T-Rex is not, you are not missing prey, my friend. There is stuff all over the place for you. I mean, you got plenty of cover. Ashes will be a little bit harder for you to find, but you have plenty of cover. And prey, well, if you just keep looking around, you'll find plenty of that. Shared with lots of stuff that you don't like. You don't like anything, apparently. Lamau. Missing fish. Again, there is deep water. You just need to actually go looking for it. But again, maybe it's just not going to matter. Oh, okay, here we are. Looks like the Apatosaurs are back at it again. We're going to lose all of the flyers very early on, just because they refuse to fish. Or because, I guess, maybe if they're not refused, they refuse to, might be more of a case that they're not programmed to fish on their own. Oh, crap. This might not be the fight that you want to deal with right now. You may not want to do this fight, mate. You may not want to do this fight. Oh, wow, that was a hit, but you may not want to do this fight, mate. You might want to back out. You might want to back off of this, mate. Oh, wow, you are committing to this, and you already are down to only half of your health. Are you giving up? You are, but you have a minor fracture. Oh. Wow, Edmontosaurus showing up here. Guns out, suns out. Fine. I will put down a fish feeder for you. No, I can't, because everything is... It's all deep water here, isn't it? Oh, hello. Did you get him in one shot? You did! You got him in one shot! I'm impressed. And you immediately leave him alone and don't even go after him. That is, interesting. Alright, I will put a fish feeder. Look at that. Oh, marine fish feeder is what you need. You need a lagoon. Aren't you only able to put lagoons in... Okay, yeah, so... We're just gonna have to deal with the fact that, when it comes down to it... Yeah, those are some magic skills. Well, Predators took no time at all to, Yeah, Predators took no time at all to start chomping down. So, this could end up being bad. And all of our flyers are not programmed with the ability to fish on their own. So, they're literally just cannon fodder, basically. Oh, organ trauma? What happened here? Oh, were you fighting the Allosaur? Look, I'm sorry to say, mate, but, you picked a fight that was never, ever, ever gonna turn out well. I don't know what you were expecting. That may have just ruined everything for the Baryonyxes. Maybe. You at least are getting to eat, so... Again, we don't have Megalosaurs, so I put... Oh, hello. Is this a hunt? It's a hunt. You're hunting an Apatosaur. You're not really hunting, you're just running up and screaming at his ass, and... Both Baryonyxes are in a bad position. Because they both insisted on taking a fight with the Allosaurs. I'm sorry, I can't do anything if you guys are going to... Oh, hello. Well, everything's going... We're not even done with the first full day. Some of these Predators haven't even been around for an entire day yet. It's not even that we've completed day one. Some of them haven't even been around for a full day. And oh, so many of them have locked down and screwed themselves. Or gotten screwed. This is... I gave the herbivores all the reasonable shots I could. And that's going to be that. So now the Iguanodons take a hit. I mean, there's plenty of meat around for everything, at least, but... Oh, the Rexes are having a bit of a domestic dispute, apparently. Does the Iguanodon actually have an ability to use its thumb claw and try and defend itself? Well, the T-Rex gave up, apparently. Oh, well, that's that. That's time. Okay. Let's take stock of where everything is then. Okay, so what are you doing all the way down there? Okay, so at this stage, we have 65 dinosaurs in some way or another. We already have an Apatosaur that is dead. We have an Iguanodon that is dead. Baryonx is dead. It wasn't even alive for 24 in-game hours and it's already dead. The chance for the Baryonx surviving long-term is just about done for. Okay. We have one Apatosaur dead. We have a Dimorphodon about to die here. Dimorphodon on the way to death here. Dimorphodon on the way to death here. Dimorphodon on the way to death here. So all the Dimorphodons are going to die. Just because I'm guessing they do not have the ability to fish on their own in deep water. There is deep water right there, but they apparently don't have the ability to fish in it. So, so goofy. Okay. Iguanodon. We have one that's dead there. Baryonyx, dead. Pteranodon, dead. Pteranodon, dead. The other Baryonyx, still alive, not for much longer, but still alive, and is bleeding out internally. So the Baryonyx of this side of the map are just screwed. For the Allosaurs, this one's still kicking. This one's still kicking. It was actually just in the middle of a hunt. This one is still kicking. And this one is still kicking. Allosaurs are doing great right now. For the Apatosaurs that are still alive, 1, 2, 3, 4, although you're being hunted. 5, although that's still a juvenile. And then I think we still have that named one that might still be alive. So I think the Apatosaurs might be up to 6, but just barely. Brachiosaurs. We got 1 Brachiosaur, 2 Brachiosaur, 3 Brachiosaur, 4 Brachiosaur, 5, and 6. So all our Brachiosaurs are still kicking. Oh, yeah, and we have the juvenile that's still alive as well. We have a Baryonyx here that is still kicking, and this Baryonyx is also still kicking. So the Baryonyxes on this side are still doing good. If they can find a nest, they might be able to help their species rebound a bit. Here's one of the other Apatosaurs, so I think that would be 7 or 8. Edmontosaurs. We've got 1 Edmontosaur alive, 2, 3, 5, and 6. 4 is already dead. And then they also had juveniles. So they have 1 juvenile, 2 juvenile, 3 juvenile, 4 juveniles. Oh, and this one I forgot. So yeah, all the Edmontosaurs are still alive right now, actually. So we are up to 10 Edmontosaurs right now. There's that Apatosaur that I renamed. Iguanodons, we have 1 here, 2, 3, and that's it. Pteranodons are all well on the way to extinction because you can't fix them if they're too stupid to eat or get fish. You can't help them. This one's about to die. This one's going to take a little longer, but it's also on the way to death. The juvenile here is also on the way to death, but ironically, it's actually going to mean that the Pteranodons outlast the other flyers that we have, the Dimorphodons, just because the Pteranodons immediately found a nest and immediately laid eggs, even though they had no food whatsoever. So technically, Pteranodons will outlast that, but they're still on the way to extinction just because they're too stupid to eat. Stegosaurs. 1 Stegosaur, 2 Stegosaur, 3 Stegosaur, 4 Stegosaur, 5, 6. Then you have a juvenile, then another juvenile. So we're at 8 Stegosaurs. They're all still alive. For the Triceratops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's it for the Triceratops. For the T-Rexes, this T-Rex is taking a little bit of damage somewhere, but he's healing. This T-Rex is perfectly fine. This T-Rex, perfectly fine. And this T-Rex, perfectly fine. And that is everything. So, Yeah, very early on, it is very early to see that who is on the fast track to extinction, and some, not all, but some of our herbivores may be in a fantastic place going forward. But more impressively than anything else is that these two ecosystems are still fundamentally independent of each other. There is no hint that everything down here is going to meet with everything here. So we're not really even playing with one ecosystem. We are playing with two distinctly separate ecosystems that do not seem to be on track to bleed into each other. And again, this river here, I thought that this river would cause everyone to like be clumped here for a bit. But no, they're not even butting up against the river and being stuck because of the river. They're just not going anywhere. There are ways past the river. You could go this way or this way, and just none of them are taking it. All right. We'll knock out an ad break, and then we'll start the next 30-minute countdown for what will be day 2 here at Mount Roirama. All right, day 2 is now underway. Right? Yeah, everything's moving. Day 2 is now officially underway. There is so much death that has been going on. It is obscene. The one good news is that all the death that's happened early on here might encourage the Tyrannosaurs and Allosaurs to not immediately try hunting things. Once again, you just run up and you roar into its ass. Oh, there ain't no way. Oh, he fought back! It's only 13% of the health taken off, but he did try and fight back at least. And it's over. Again, for whatever reason, the herbivores refused to expand and move around. Yeah, we already knew that you were on the way to death. That was incredibly obvious from the start. Oh, looks like the Baryonxes are basically all but dead. There is no way he survives that. There is no way he survives that. Yep, he's over. It's dead. Well, Baryonx, for all the effort I did not really that much effort, in finding a replacement for the Megalosaurs, and immediately just completely fails. Kept picking fights with things that were way bigger than that, even though it had no reason to do it whatsoever. You can't fix stupid. I'm sorry to say, you can't fix stupid. Stegosaurs are back to trying to breed some more, so... Man, the Baryonxes didn't even find a nest to start trying to breed. They just immediately started picking fights. Oh, and now the Iguanodons are fighting with each other. Finally, we can see some of our sauropods are moving on, but... And this will be the end of the other Baryonyx, won't it? We might see the Baryonyxes die before the Pteranodons. Nice bite, though. Nice fight back. That's gonna be it, though, won't it? We don't have a criminal issue yet, but you should probably run away if you can. He did. He ran away. All right. Finally, one of them lives to fight another day. Oh, and now a storm's coming. So that's just going to further add to stuff. Because now there's a chance that some of these creatures will end up with physical ailments and being beaten around in the storm. These Edmontosaurs are actually trying to move. They are moving the long way around, but they are moving at least. The Brachiosaurs are also actually moving. What are you two doing? Do you guys even have a plan? No, you don't. I bet you don't. Alright, storm's over at least. Oh, that will be interesting. I don't think there's anything the Allosaurs can do to fight back. You might just want to give up on this one, mate. You might just want to give up on this one, mate. You might want to just give up on this one, mate. Oh, the T-Rex is the one that gives up. You were spooked by the smaller theropod. That is, interesting. Dude! Food. Corpse. Right there. Are you not... There's the... I really hope going forward that the game actually gives the flyers the ability to fish on their own in deep water. That's the last of the Dimorphodons, isn't it? Yeah, this is the last Dimorphodon that's already dead. So Dimorphodon, officially, is the first species dead. Out of stupidity. Oh! Allosaur is claiming a large nest, though, apparently. Dude, there is corpses everywhere. Finding food should not be hard. There are literally corpses everywhere. Fatal injury. Whatever it was, it immediately cleared up. So I wonder if there was a battle somewhere else that I missed. Yeah, it's probably the Apatosaur that's being eaten right now. Dude, I had this set up with the mindset that, like, this was going to take, like, multiple days to go through.
An animal on site has passed away. It's
No
terribly
duh.
sad, but we have a responsibility for those that still live. Let's remove the body to prevent any risk of disease.
Or keep the body there so that way... Oh my goodness, already? Hey, this is the first time that Brachiosaur is being hunted. Fleeing. Are you? Oh, well, he's getting bitten on. And shrugged it off like it was nothing. And you escaped. Although you have no stamina whatsoever. But you're still at full health. What a bloody mess. Well, he's at it again. And it failed again. Although now the Brachiosaur is actually starting to hurt a bit in health. I mean, he's got everything he needs to start recovering, so... Cohabitation issue. Might just be because there's too much stuff in the area. I feel sorry for you, but there's just nothing I can do if you're kind is too stupid to actually reproduce. Oh, here we go. This will be a knockout. No, you've got some of your health back and you're fleeing. You don't have anything for stamina, but I mean, you're holding on somehow. Don't know how. Gotta love how the sauropod just goes into water to avoid you. Dude, corpses litter this section. What about over here? What's going on over here? Well, we are getting a little bit more exploration. The T-Rexes are actually... This T-Rex has actually really made some movements. But everything else has been moving in the same direction. And that is toward the watering hole, interestingly enough. There are no predators that have made it here yet, though. Although I say that, the Allosaurs are wrapped around an Edmontosaurus, and both of them are relatively close. This corner is still the one where the most actual action is happening. Oh, life is about to find a way out. We'll see that in a bit, won't we? Yep, that's that. What is this? What are you? Oh! Oh! Oh boy! Well... Alright. Well, Allosaurs are making a decent change out of things right now. I hope you have the sense to not fall into the center of the pit and get stuck there. You just need a little bit more pasture and wetland. I don't know if you're going to find a whole lot more wetland, but pasture shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, this corner seems to be the one that actually, where life actually is doing well enough. This corner, I'm going to be 100% honest, I see no way that everything lasts well long term here. Are all the Baryonxes dead already? No, we have one Baryonyx. Oh, and it's still alive. It's actually... Has it recovered? It's recovered from its injuries. Huh. And the Stegosaurs. So the Baryonyxes are back to it. The Baryonyxes are still going to outlive the Pteranodons. Although they only have one member, so there's no way for them to reproduce or anything. But one of them actually survived all the wounds they took. And they're now just, he's now just fighting on out of spite. I did not think we would have one Baryonyx lasting as long as it is. That's a dead Iguanodon. Well, yep. So we have 5 Allosaurs living at this stage. We have 1 here, 2 here, the juvenile here, 3 here, and 4 here. And you're looking for food, apparently. There's literally a giant corpse right next to you. Are you going to eat from this? Yes, you are. Say you're looking for food, but it also says your food's maxed out, so I don't know what your problem is. Oh. Dude, just... Dude, these Brachiosaurs just have gotten no luck whatsoever. Oh, hello! The classic. Don't have a lot of health. Are you gonna get him back? Oh, you got him back! Oh, that was a hit! But you're almost down. If he goes after you one more time, you're done for. Oh, if you got major fractures, you're really done for. Major fractures do not heal on their own. So, he's done for. Trikes actually went quite a while simply because the Rexes and the Allosaurs were not bothering with him, but now everything's changed a bit. Cohabitation issue. Just too many species here for your liking right now. Can't say I'm surprised, because I'm really not. Wow, what did you just get? Oh, wow, that was the juvenile Stegosaurus you just went right after. I can very easily see a scenario where everything on this corner of the plateau dies. Because just nothing has made any effort to move. Just nothing makes any effort to move. Oh, here we go. Running up and screaming at their flank before turning around is not ever going to help you under any circumstances. Oh. Triceratops? With a concussion. Oh, you were fighting with an Allosaur, weren't you? Well, what happened to you? Minor fracture. Well... I mean, we have nests in the area. Actually, wait a second. I should still fix that, shouldn't I? Since the Baryonxes aren't exactly going to repeat, do anything anyway. Where are the small nests? So I can get rid of them. Large nest, medium nest, small nest. This needs to be a large nest. Granted, it's out here in the middle of nowhere, so it's likely that nothing's actually going to use it, but still. Medium, small. You. You're still expanding territory right now. Oh. Another claimed nest. Well, the oops all megafauna experiment is going swimmingly. Do you have a way to heal yourself? I don't think you do. Oh, the Allosaurs are in a domestic dispute now. This is not... It is not worth having a domestic dispute right now, you two. You already have a fracture. This is not worth a domestic dispute. And the Stegosaurs are now at it also. Panicking. Okay. Well, you've given up. At least you have a decent shot at recovering. We are down to just 46 dinosaurs at this point. What are you doing on the edge? If you fall off the edge... Oh. You claim the nesting area. Oh. Okay. Well, that'll make things interesting. Again, you might still have a chance to rebound. Might as well delete the flying reptiles, because we don't have any of them left. They're all dead. I'll keep the one here because I like the way it looks, but... Oh, dead. Oh, it was the juvenile Edmontosaurus. Ah. Oh, here we go. Now it looks like you escaped. And the one remaining Baryonx has a broken claw. So you could heal, but there's no guarantee. Oh, and T-Rex and Triceratops are back at it again. Ooh, that was a shunt. Are you going to be able to survive? Are you going to drag this on? Ooh! Oh, this one's almost dead. This ain't going to go well, is it? He's panicking. He's fleeing. He's trying to get away. Well, he got away for now. Oh, and now the Rexes have four. All right, so you saw the mate out there being like aggressive, and you're like, okay, you know what? I love you for life. And we'll only mate with you from now on. So, alright. You better hope that your partner doesn't go under from some stupid stuff. Are those Triceratopses trying to kill each other for stupid stuff? The one remain Baryonx. You're not happy with anything in the area. There's way too many species here for you. And you've got injured and you keep making stupid fights. Oh. Oh boy. Oh wow, that was a shot. Can the Triceratops survive this, considering he has a concussion? Shot in the rear. He still has some health, though. Oh! He's now down to 34%. This could get frustrating. Is he going to survive? He's panicking. He's moving on. I'm slowly trying to recover some health back. What about the Allosaur? Because it looked like the Allosaur took some big hits in that. Well, he's still at 75%. That's the juvenile who was watching that all. I was just like, okay. I think I just saw father and son interact there. Oh, this trike might be done for. 6% health and now running off. Thing is, he's not exactly in great condition either. He doesn't have a lot of health. The thing is, he needs food. He needs to hunt. Oh, and the Rexes are having a domestic dispute. Weren't you literally just pair bonded? Why are you having a domestic dispute now? Oh, time. And that's day 2 in the books. Let's see what's still left. Alright, so at this point we are down to 45 dinosaurs. We'll drop the list real quickly. We only have 1 Baryonyx left. We have 1 injured Triceratops. For Allosaurs, we still have all 4 Allosaurs that we started with, and they have an offspring. For the Apatosaurs, we have one Apatosaur, 2 Apatosaur, an Apatosaur juvenile. Oh my goodness, is that it? For Brachiosaurs, we got 1 Brachiosaur, 2 Brachiosaur, 3, 4, and 6, and 7. So we are back to having 6 Brachiosaurs, 5 adults and 1 juvenile. For Davy Allison, that's another Apatosaurus. I think we're up to 4 Apatosaurs right now. Yeah, so we have an Apatosaur there, and then we have 3 other Apatosaurs. So yeah, we got 3 Apatosaurs right now. 2 adults and 2 juveniles. For Edmontosaurs, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, there's another Apatosaur. But we have 9 Monosaurs. For Apatosaurs, I guess we're at 5, technically. For Stegosaurs, we are at 1, 2. Wow, you actually moved! 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are at 10 Stegosaurs. For Triceratops, we have 1 injured one here, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. For T-Rexes, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's that. So yeah, that's our 45 right now. Still, there has not been any significant evidence to suggest that the 2 sides of the plateau are actually going to interact with each other. So, yeah, keep that in mind as well. So with that in mind, I'll take out a mandatory Twitch ad break, and when we come back, we'll be day 3, and see what happens after that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're going to start day 3 now. This will be the last day in the stream. I'll probably pick the stream up again tomorrow. But time to see what happens in day 3. Is everything in a position where it can stabilize, or are we going to start seeing some pretty rapid die-offs here? As we're about to begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Both timers are going. What happened to you? Oh, the Rex got you. Well, now that the Rexes have figured out that the sauropods have moved here, it's just a matter of them picking one or two of them to gain up on and just gradually whittle away the health of. Oh, you get killed also? Yep. Rex finally got you as well. You're just happy as a clam right now, apparently. Your cohabitation issues are finally getting resolved as well, apparently. Oh. This will be interesting. Ooh, he ain't feeling so good now. Ooh. Is this gonna be it? Is this gonna be the end for him? That might be it. Oh, that was a shunt. And it's over. And the Stegosaurs pop out 3 more of their own number to try and secure their long-term hold. Where's the injury? There you are. Oh, it's the concussion. You still have a concussion. You're still around despite having the concussion, interestingly enough. The Baryonx is still alive. Actually, might be in a good position because I think most of the carnivore... Nope, never mind. I take that back. Carnivores have not moved on. Allosaurs are still right here. And this is probably going to be it for the Baryonyx. The Baryonyx about to go extinct a little earlier than just old age. Oh, that's a shunt. Oh, this ain't going to go good for him. Is he going to abort? No, he bites back. He fights back. Your entire species hinges on this, and it's probably better for you to turn and run. No, that's over. And with that, the Baryonyx is done for. They would not stop picking fights with species that they had no chance of fighting with. Oh my goodness. Is that a small Rex? That is a juvenile Rex that I missed at some point that has popped out as well. The Rexes just are not equipped to go after the sauropods. And it shows. Boy, does it show. Yeah, we have a juvenile Rex, so. Oh, we have 2 juvenile Rexes. Oh my goodness. I thought the Allosaurs were doing good when they had a juvenile, but no, now we have 2 juvenile Rexes. So, Rexes might actually be setting themselves up very well. What are you doing? You do have a cohabitation discomfort, apparently. Storm time. This is where things can get a little bit wild here. These Stegosaurs are actually going out of their way and moving away. Oh boy. I don't know if the Allosaur has any shot of winning in this fight. Oh, but he is fighting back. He is trying. Oh, you might want to just give up on this while you can. You may want to give up on this. No, he ain't done yet. You might want to give up on this. You have a concussion. You're not going to be able to breed again. You're basically giving your species a death sentence on this side of everything. Oh, boy. Oh, no, that's a major injury from a concussion. Well, yeah, unless you have a way to just naturally heal a concussion, but considering that the Triceratops over here still has the concussion as well, that may have just put a nix in the coffin for the Allosaur breeding program on this side of the island. That fight in itself may have taken Allosaur out of long-term running. And may have just automatically established T-Rex as being the only long-term viable predator option here. Have we deforested? Nope. Okay, the tree's just now loaded. I don't know. That was weird. It was like 2/3 of this little forest was gone all of a sudden. Oh. Do you have anything to actually take to this guy? I don't think you have anything actually. Oh, here are you finally bite onto his ankle. And the Brachiosaur takes 5%, loses 5% of his health. And he still has some stamina, so he's still moving. Well, the Oops All Megafauna experiment is going rough, to say the least. Rex and Triceratops back at it again. Ooh, that might have been a near fatal blow. The Allosaurs are in a domestic dispute, apparently. You have a laceration. Can you recover from that? It is fatal if left untreated. Oh, so you're just gonna bleed out from that. The Rexes came back here to go after the Triceratopses, because I guess they realized there was no reasonable way that they were going to be able to take out the Apatosaurs. Somehow, Edmontosaurus, overall, is doing fine enough. If they could find nests, they would be in a fantastic position. They found some nests early on, but I've kind of forgotten about it since. And the Stegosaurs are fighting with each other now. Because that's really going to help them at this point. Well, that fight's over. Is that a juvenile? It is a juvenile Stegosaurus. Thing is that it's taken the juvenile so long to grow up that I don't know if we're actually going to see any juvenile anything get to maturity age and have kids of their own. It takes them all so long to grow up. Where'd you lose all your health from? So the Rex followed the two Stegosaurs out here. Granted, it was a pair of males, so it's not like this was a breeding pair or anything. The Rex followed the two Stegosaurs out here. And in the process may have put a caboose on Stegosaurs. Oh, domestic dispute again. Female might be the queen here, but she cannot fucking... Oh! An Apatosaur matured! Holy crap, an Apatosaur matured! I was just saying, I was starting to wonder if we were never going to see anything actually mature, but we just saw an Apatosaur mature. Finally. Oh no, are the only Apatosaurs over here? The only Apatosaurs are over here. Oh dear, that's going to make things more difficult for them. So we've got 1, 2, 3, a juvenile. We've got 3 adults and 1 juvenile. We got an adult female, juvenile male, female, female, female. Oh no! All the adult Apatosaurs are female. And the only one left is the only male is a juvenile. Oh! Oh no! They're gonna have to ara their own kid, but also more significantly, like, the juvenile is in a position that, like, they are very, very weak. If they get, one second. If this juvenile gets ganked before growing up, the Apatosaurs are done for, because they will only have 3 females left. So, oof. Just, oof. We knew you were gonna bleed to death. Okay. We are down to just 43 dinosaurs right now. Although, realistically, it looks, I think the number is actually 42, because that Stegosaur juvenile is dead. There is still a potential mating pair of Triceratopses, but, do they need a small nesting area? Because a small nesting area, or the medium nesting area, is what they need. They need to actually move. Oh, and just as we were zooming in, another juvenile stegosaur is killed. The thing that's going to end up destroying the entire ecosystem here is that the predators just do not have anything for the full-grown ceropods. So they just keep hunting juveniles all the time. Oh my goodness, as I say that, a stegosaur juvenile has matured. So the stegosaurs may still have some help. Some potential chance. As I say that, did this juvenile just die on us? No, he's still alive. Not with a lot of health, but, oh, he is hungry. And the stegosaur parent just went to sleep. You could attack the parent right now. And you're not going to. Oh. He's still alive. That will kill him. Yep, he's dead. Because your mother was too stupid to actually do anything. Oh! Brachiosaur just, is there a male that it can pair with, though? Yes, there is still a male over here that could pair with. The Brachiosaur over here may still be able to rebound just a bit. May. It's a big may, but may. Wait, did they pick this one? They did! They took the nesting area all the way over here! So the Brachiosaurs are finally breaking out of this little quadrant. Don't know what your plan is. There's literally nothing here with you. It's literally you and the Rex. Unless you want to try and wrap around or go this way and try and meet up with everything else. But, like, there are no Stegosaurs over here, so... Is that another dead? There's another juvenile that's been killed. Yeah, you killed him and then slept immediately. Well. You're at maximum cohabitation discomfort, which to me at least is the funniest thing. It's like you just legitimately hate everything. That's not you. Your partner is at the same opinion. Just hates literally everything. What about the Edmontosaurs? How are they doing? This juvenile is still a little ways from maturing. Oh. Ooh. You may want to just not... Oh, no, they went back. She's clapping back. Ugh. Are you gonna clap back or are you gonna run? Running is not a bad option. Ugh. Thing is, now you've got internal bleeding. So you have no ability to... Your kid is okay. And the Allosaurs that are way over here are both okay. But both of the Allosaurs over here, well, one of them's dead. I missed that, apparently. And then you have a child that's going to grow up completely alone. Yeah. Low health from what? Is it the... it's the Allosaur who's starting to bleed to death. The Rex just mowed him over. This doesn't look like a juvenile, my friend. Oh. Oh dear. This could be a problem. Now it's got a minor fracture. Maybe it will improve, maybe it won't. But it is a Brachiosaur egg. It's only one though. That's not something that's not enough for me to feel like you could reasonably survive. Crazy thing is that there's a Stegosaur right here, but the Rexes are just not willing to fight something that has claws, or in this case, Thagomizers. It's just not willing to make that fight. You go after the Stegosaurus juveniles, but they will not go after the adults. The Allosaurs will go after both. This Allosaur is bleeding out. This is not in a good position. What are you in low health for? Are you just not eating? Oh, you have no food. Is there nothing in the area? There's nothing in the area. You might die from lack of... The juvenile Rex might die from lack of food. Are you two gonna go at it again? That's it. That's game over. Well, that puts a kibosh in the Allosaurs. Stegosaurs grow 2 more. We are down to 39 dinosaurs. Now, granted, we have eggs in the process of incubating, but even despite that, I don't have confidence in anything surviving right now, like, at all. The Apatosaurs might be able to come back if Shotokan grows to full maturity, but otherwise they're screwed. You see, these 3 Rexes are over here, and I don't know why they're over here. There's no food. For some reason, the carnivores are always much more willing to expand and go out of the normal areas. But because the herbivores never do, there's no good incentive to do that. These 3 Rexes are all kind of like playing the lawn death game. Like, none of them are in a good position. And ironically, they're all females as well. The one Rex that's doing all the heavy lifting is a male. Oh, and these 2 are fighting at the end. Ooh, that's a shunt. Thing is, if he gets one bite in, I think he'll kill the Stegosaur. That was a hit. Can you sling back? It's down to 24. Are you going to commit, or is this over? Oh, he's panicking. He's giving up. He is hurt. You are at 77, so the Stegosaur actually... Oh, wow, you have organ trauma. Wow, that could put the kibosh in T-Rex. We just might see all of the predators die. Or be so badly injured that they just can't do anything. Seriously, organ trauma. Oof. There is one other Rex that's over here, and it's the female. But, they are so pissy with how many other species are here, they're not likely to breed. That might put the kibosh. And here comes another Brachiosaur back into the world now. And they're on the other end of the water from all the other predators. That might be all they need. If the Brachiosaurs can just maintain something of a breeding population, that might be all they need. Because you've got a female here, a male here, and then a juvenile female. If they can get a juvenile male in the next little bit, they might be able to take advantage of the large nesting area there and the large nesting area there and, like, actually end up in a decent position. Oh, and that's time. All right, that's time. Day 3 is over. Let's see what the damage is so far. We are at 40 dinosaurs at this stage. We have another... This is the Allosaur juvenile that is starving. And they have no parents. The Allosaur... All the Allosaurs are on the other end. So yeah, the Allosaur juvenile is likely going to die unless they come across... I hate to say it, the corpse of their parents. So Allosaurs on this end, at least, are likely done for. Real quickly. Looking at Allosaurs, Allosaur 002 is dead. The Allosaur juvenile is dying from what I believe is starvation. There are still 2 other Allosaurs over here that have both been successful. And if they could just see a bit of a drop-off in the number of species here, they could probably calm down a bit and actually breed. For T-Rex, we have... one very badly injured Rex over here. And then, actually here, let's just, one badly injured Rex. Then we have 2 juvenile females and the adult mother. And they are well away from their father right now. And the female trio are all starving to death slowly. I do not know why they are all the way out here. But yeah, the Rexes on one end are not in a breeding circumstance because one of them have now been injured so badly they can't breed. And the Rexes over here, the female and the 2 daughters have both decided to go off in a direction where there is no food. So they also are looking to kill themselves. Beyond the Rexes, Triceratops, you have a trike there, another trike there, so a female and male breeding duo there, and then you have an injured trike, so I think you're down to just 3 Triceratopses. When it comes to Apatosaurs, we have 1 juvenile Apatosaur, and I believe 3 female Apatosaurs. Yeah, 1 juvenile male and 3 adult female Apatosaurs. Ugh. For the Brachiosaurs, we have a breeding pair here and an offspring. We have a Brachiosaur there, 1 Brachiosaur there. We have another female Brachiosaur up there. We have another juvenile down here. That was the juvenile we just looked at. Yeah. So, Brachiosaurs have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They might still be able to make something out of it. The Edmontosaurs are the interesting one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Edmontosaurs right now. So, yeah. Edmontosaur might pull through just by being kind of in the weird in-between zone where they were too big for the Allosaurs, and they were not easy enough for the T-Rexes. For the Stegosaurs, we have 1, 2, 3. We still have a Stegosaur breeding pair. 4, 5, 6, 7, and then juveniles. Because the Stegosaurs are just so difficult to go through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 Stegosaurs, including adults and juveniles right now. So Stegosaurs should be in a good position. I'm going to be honest, there's a very distinct risk that we see all predators basically on the way to extinction relatively shortly here. It's just they only have megafauna they can hunt, and it takes them so long to kill them. They can do it, but it takes so long to kill them. And that, coupled with the fact that the only breeding pair, one of them is so far away from anything they can eat, that might lead not just the mother, but the offspring as well to die. So, and the Allosaurs are the one successful Allosaur offspring we have has lost both of its parents and is on track to die as well. And the potential Allosaur breeding pair are not in a good position. So yeah, this is not going well. And again, through all of this, we are not really looking at one ecosystem. We are looking at two small ecosystems that refuse to bleed into each other. These guys are very slowly moving outward, but still, they've only taken like a third of the area and the map, and these guys have only taken like a fourth of the map. So, I'm going to have to see if maybe there's some way in the future to actually encourage species to move on their own, but otherwise, I can't think of anything. Okay, so I will do more of this in the future. I want to actually see how this goes forward, because we could legitimately see a scenario where we have only Allosaurs succeed over here if these two can avoid injury. And then we could see a scenario where over here we just end up with either no carnivores or Rexes only. And then it might just be a case where we only have Stegosaurs Stegosaurs and Edmontosaurs that go forward. And that may partially depend on if the Edmontosaurs have the ability to continue breeding. I feel like the Ceropods are running a very high-risk, high-reward strategy. Brachiosaurs, I think, are going to be able to make it work as a placement. I don't know about Apatosaurs. But Baryonx is dead, and both of our flying types are dead, but everything else is still kicking in some way or another right now. With that said, that will be day 0, 1, 2, and 3 done. I've been your host for today's broadcast, Insane Layer 13. In the future, we will do days 4, 5, 6, and 7, and see if everything stabilizes a bit or not. But until then, I have been your host for today's broadcast. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Farewell, and goodbye, everyone.